YouTube, what's happening? It is Saturday night, November 2nd, and we need to talk about NFL because we have a bunch of games tomorrow. So this video is going to be quite long. There's 13 games to go over. We go over the odds, we go over the props, and it's 6 levels of props deep now, I think. So if you don't want to watch me yap for an hour straight, go here to this website and you can become a member and you get everything sent over to you. Every game I do, no matter what sport it is, I type it out for every single game. I send it out. YouTube, Patreon, Discord, it's all there. Now, if you don't want to pay for it, hey, I understand. I got you. You don't have to. Every pick is going to be in the video regardless. I'm just trying to make it easier on you because this is an hour-long video, guaranteed almost an hour. So I just want to make sure you have the time. If not, hey, I'm here for you. So we're going to go through all the games. It's going to be a long one. That's enough yapping. Let's go ahead and get into that first game right now. All right, first game on the schedule, we got Dallas and Atlanta. You can see the numbers, but first we're going to pop over here to Outlier and we're going to look at the odds. We see that currently Atlanta is -3 as of Saturday night with a 51.5 total here. So let's look over at, we like to look at their schedules. We want to look at their depth charts, all the things that we can to see if there's any injuries and whatnot, any new information. So first thing is schedule for Dallas. We can see what they've done. They played and got their ass literally beat down by Detroit on the 13th. They had a bye week. They had San Francisco. It was a close one. And now we're here in Atlanta. So we have this one. We look at their depth chart. We want to make sure all the key pieces there, nothing new is really. Yeah, we look at the injuries too. We want to see, up to date. November 1st, we have IR, questionable for Kendricks. We look at things like Micah's out, Bland's out, Diggs is questionable. That's a lot of hits on defense. And you got a lot of questionables here as well from the 30th. So that is Dallas. And we look at Atlanta. We do the same things. We go to schedule. We want to see what they've done the last couple games. We see that you beat Tampa Bay on Sunday. Then you played. That was it. Before that, you lost to Seattle by 20. Okay, cool. Look at your injuries. We want to see if anything matters. Out, questionable, IR, questionable, and this was as of yesterday. And on the 30th, IR for the center, and then you're 2 weeks back. So there's no real, we can look at the depth chart too. Cousin's still a starter, obviously Bijan. And then you see, Burns is out. Lindstrom, guards questionable. So just small things like that we're looking for just to make sure nothing stands out. So now we have all that. Now we pop over to the numbers. We can see, when we look at it here, third in passing, sixth in passing. They're both good at passing the ball. 20th in pass defense. 6 versus 20, that's advantage Atlanta. 3 versus 18, that's advantage Dallas. They both should have pretty good success when it comes to throwing the ball. Overall, they should. Dallas, we know, is dead last when it comes to rushing because they're just not good. 74 yards a game rushing is not going to get it done. They're 20th in rush defense, so even if they try, they're not going to have much success. 16th through 31, Atlanta's going to have success running the ball because Dallas's defense when it comes to running is just not good. They're terrible. They're 31st out of 32 teams. So when it comes to props, we're going to focus on Bijan. We're going to look at mainly Bijan. I mean, what else? We can look at some receiving props as well, but we can look at Bijan too. So we have three different options for props. We have 2 passing props for quarterbacks. We have receivers in these, and we have Bijan for both possibly. So let's go ahead and pop on over to the props, and we're going to see first. First, we're going to start off with the QBs, Dak and Cousins. Okay. Since we do like their passing, we are going to open these up and take a look at them. If I don't like it, I'll just mention it because the numbers don't make sense. So in 2024, this is what he's been up to, 268.5. Okay, that's his numbers. Not the best numbers. Going up against Atlanta's 18th ranked pass defense, I think we could do better. Same for Kirko here, old Kirko Chains. See, he's been outside this 509, and see, both of these are Tampa Bay. So you kind of got to remove those because Tampa's pass defense is horrid. So not the best. Let's yeah, we could almost take those off and just keep looking because it's just the numbers are good, but then if we look at rushing yards, I mean Bijan 73.5 might be the move. It just might be because if Atlanta gets the lead, we can game script into Bijan having the ball. So and then we know Bijan should catch a little bit out of the backfield, right? We'll look this up. He has 63, but let's look at his receiving yards. Yeah, see, he catches out of the backfield too. So give me a combo with him. I like that. 99.5. Can he hit triple digits? If we do that, we're good on the props. So let's see what else we got on the rushing. I don't really want to take anyone else. I'm not going to take Algier. I'm definitely not taking a damn Cowboy. Have you lost your mind? Hell no. No, not happening. So Bijan faux show. And it's not, yeah, so let's see what else we get. Let's look at receivers. If you want to take a receiving prop, let me show these to you. We go by opponent rank, and there's nobody. See, their numbers match mine. It's just the same numbers. It's based on rankings, based on stats. Last 5, we look at 80% here. Oh, and I forgot, this is Outlier. If you don't know what this is, you're like, what website is this? It's clearly in the corner. Outlier gets you a week for free. Link in the description. Click it. Sign up. That's all you gotta do. Bam, free week, worth it. So, looking at these have all hit in the last 4 out of 5 games. You can see these numbers here. Not the best numbers, but if you want to go maybe Kyle Pitts, maybe to go Rico. I mean, other than that, CD hasn't been great, but I mean, you can always look at it too. We'll look at CD. Let's not go too deep into it. Pitts. You can see Pitts has been popping off here recently. You can take him. He's been actually doing damn good. This might be a good play too. If we come over here, Rico has done pretty good on receiving yards. 16.5 is not much, but hey, it's something because he can't run the ball, so might as well, right? But I'll take that off. CD has 146 last game. If you want, his number is kind of high. I think I much prefer Pitts and Bijan so far. I just don't trust Dallas at all. Let's be honest. I just don't. You don't either. You know you don't. So let's go touchdowns. This is anytime touchdowns. We're going to sort by opponent rank. You can see great rankings, but we want to see last 5. And yeah, no one's done anything recent. 6 out of 60% last 5, which is 3 out of 5, is a couple here for Bijan and Drake London. So if you want to take a touchdown, it's a good. This might be a good little touchdown prop. Bijan, Drake London. What is Drake London? Yeah, what does Drake London's yards look like? We load it up. Oh, that's his touchdowns. Oh, his receiving yards. There we go. Yeah, his receiving yards have been piss poor, but his touchdowns have been all right. So, but we'll take that off. Then we want defense. Obviously, we got to look at defense. I mean, look at that. Grady Jarrett, 5 for 5, 7 out of 10. D. Alford is 80% as well. I mean, Grady Jarrett might be the man by himself. I mean, dude, look at this. Look at this. Tackles, assists over 2.5, and he's doing all this. I mean, defensive props have been doing pretty good. Most of them hit, so I kind of like that. Are we gonna take Mike Hughes? Nah, I think we'll just take. Let's look at D. Alford too, because he has 80% as well. Let's see, D. Tackles, nah, you're not as good. All right, so there's 3 props here I like. Now for the game itself, let me just go ahead and throw it out there. I think Atlanta's better than Dallas. It's quite obvious. We'll give out a few plays per game. I'm going to probably parlay all these together, but coming back here, I'm going to take Atlanta -3. I like that. I'm not going to do the over-under. I just like Atlanta by 3. I think they get this. They have a multiple option score. Dallas doesn't. They're one-dimensional, clearly. Popping over here, I do like Bijan over the rush receiving over 100 here because what he's been doing, and he has Dallas, which is the 31st best matchup for rushing. He might get that in rushing by himself. I do like Kyle Pitts to receive over 46.5 yards. I like that one. And I also like Grady Jarrett tackles assists over 2.5. So I like all 4 of those plays. So you can take all those if you want. Yeah, those are the ones I'm taking. So we'll have that. I'm not going to do a total. That's enough props. Let's move on to the next game. All right, next up we got Denver and Baltimore. We see the numbers. It looks a certain way, but let's pop over here to the actual spreads. And we can see, where's Baltimore? I just had, didn't I? Yep. We have Baltimore 9.5 with a 46.5 total. Cool. Let's look over here. Baltimore's schedule. What have they been up to? Well, you beat Tampa Bay, then you lost to famous Jameis and his cookies. What can you say? You lost to him. I called that one too. I posted last week. I said, wouldn't it be the most just ironic NFL script writer thing ever if Cleveland basically won the game and Jameis threw for 300 yards? And then he did it. So, I mean, come on. Where's my fortune teller cookies? Like, come on, something. Let's look at their injuries. Anything new? Concussion out, questionable out, Humphrey questionable. Don't go into it. I don't need to see that deep into it. October 30th. Okay, you see all that there. All right, cool. Let's go to Denver. We don't need to look at the depth chart or anything. There's no major injuries. We'll go depth chart if the injury is major. So looking here, you can see they beat New Orleans. They beat Carolina. Ooh, hard game. I mean, they only beat Carolina by 14. That should have been worse, but often saying exactly Denver's MO here. So safety out, and then nothing since the 24th. Okay, cool. Looking at the numbers, the first thing you're obviously going to see is Baltimore has a clear advantage on the offense, and Denver has a clear advantage on defense. So they kind of cancel out. Do they, though? Let's think. 27th in passing, 32nd in passing. Baltimore has the worst pass defense in the league. Did you know that? Well, now you do. So Baltimore's pass defense terrible, rush defense amazing.
So I don't see Denver running too much, so that's going to get negated somewhat. I don't see him rush for 121, much less than that. I can see them passing for about 185 on this garbage defense. Fifth in passing, fourth in pass defense, first in rushing, seventh in rush defense. This is all going to cancel out. It's basically the good side of the ball versus the bad side of the ball. What's going to happen? So I can't take a side or a total because I don't know what the hell's going to happen. You don't either. So this is a good little matchup. Let's go to props to see if there's anything we can take though. So we start with the QBs. I mean, we got Lamar. We got, oh, what is this picture for Lamar? Like, hold up. What is this picture? It's an outlier. All I see is just like this part of his chin. Okay, whatever. And then we got Bo Nix passing. Is anyone actually going to take Bo Nix to throw the ball? I don't think you are. But they do have the best matchup. So if you do, hey, by all means, I'll open it though. They are quarterbacks, so I'll show you. So I mean, he throws for a lot. 217 is good because Denver's pass defense is really good. Now, if Denver gets behind, yeah, I don't know what you're going to do about that. So you see Bo Nix threw for 284 against Carolina. So, I mean, he might toss that tater. That might be a good play. I'm just saying. Let's look at the running backs. Now, is Derrick Henry going to be able to run for 91 yards against this Denver run D at 7th? I don't know if he is. I don't know if he will be, for real, to be honest. Lamar might not be able to run either. This is just a game of just strengths. I'm not liking this game at all, which is kind of not a bad thing. So I don't like any running backs. I'm not going to open it. I can't do it. I guess I'll show you Derrick Henry. I'll show you. Because if I'm not taking it, you might take it. And I want to make sure you've got the information. So you see he only has 73 against the Browns. And now he's going against the number 7 run defense. I mean, come on. Yeah, you can take it if you want. He might hit it, no problem. But I can't do it. I don't see a statistical advantage for me to do it. So I'm going to pass on it. Receiving, same story. What are we going to do? Yeah, all the matchups are there. You see 30-second matchups, but that's relying on Bo Nix to throw the damn ball. You trust Bo Nix? I don't trust Bo Nix. So if I go by, this is rushing. If I make it the highest numbers is Cortland Sutton. Hey, Cortland Sutton, 50.5. And do we really want to go with Cortland Sutton of all people? How's he been doing? 100, 0, 53, 32. These two, yeah, I just two all over the place. I can't. I just no, I can't. I can't do it. Now I will go to defense. Defensive props might be good. Anytime touchdowns. Derrick Henry scored a touchdown every game this year. If you want to take something, there you go. It's -250 though. It's up to you. Mark Andrews has come alive a little bit. Bo Nix has a touchdown in 2 out of 5 games. Oddly enough, random, but okay. And then there's the moneymaker for us. All right. Let's see. Sacks. There we go. We got a couple Denver Broncos sack masters. 4 out of 5. Great matchup. Maybe some tackles from Denver. Maybe a half sack. So many options. This is gonna be a parlay for sure. All right. Not a parlay, but you know what I mean. All right. Strunand. I can't say that. You see how he's been the last few games. I love that. Him through over 3.5 tackles. Good deal. Looks good. What about you? What have you been up to? Maybe not as good. Let's see what else. Tackles, assists though. I'm loving that. Okay, let me just get rid of the other thing for you, which was what? This? Go away. What is this? Sacks? You've gotten 1 sack in literally 5 straight games, and all you need is half a sack? And you're plus 190? That might be a play. Nick Bonito might be a play for sacks, let me tell you. But I'm going to leave that alone. We're going to take 100%. We're taking this one. I'm loving that one. What else we got? And then Riley Moss. That looks good too. I think I'm going to take the 2 tackles assists over the just pure tackles. I love tackles assists. It's beautiful. Beautiful numbers, yes. This one's obviously better than this one, but this is still pretty good. So I'm not going to take any of the normal props. We're going to take 2 defensive props. I'm going to pass on side total, pass on all the normal props. We're taking STRNAD over 5.5 tack plus assist. And then we're also going to take, what's the other guy's name? Riley Moss. We're going to take Moss over 4.5 tack plus assist. It's a weird one, I know, but this is fun. That's what we're going to do. So we'll take those 2 props. We're not going to take anything else. We'll move on to the next game. All right, Miami and Buffalo, 2-5, 6-2. Let's pop on over her. Let's look at the numbers. We got Buffalo by 6.5 with a 49.5 total on it. Let's look over here. Buffalo has won 3 in a row now. They beat New York, Tennessee, and Seattle. They beat Miami 31-10 earlier in the season already in Miami. And Miami tends to struggle when they go to Buffalo historically. So let's see how that works out. We want to see injuries for Buffalo. Anybody that we need to know about? Corner, a fullback. Samuel's questionable. Cooper's questionable. All right, that's good to know. And then you're going IR and some other people. Okay. Miami looks to you. Let's see. You lost to Colts and Arizona in the last couple games. Colts had Arizona had the amazing comeback. Murray was just amazing in that fourth quarter. Let's be honest, it was crazy. So let's look at the injuries. What do we got? River Craycraft. That is a name. You will not be activated. And then that was today, and this is all yesterday. No one absolutely major. Bradley Chubb's still out. Okay. Nice. Let's go up here, look at the numbers, and see what we can find. Main things we see is the record for sure. They're last in points, but I mean, they didn't have Tua forever. So you see what happens. Tua will come back, and all of a sudden, Waddle and Tyreek he'll come back to life a little bit. So he'll have what, 72 yards? I think his number was like 81, and we leaned on the rushing last game because that's what the stats say do. So rushing, they're 9th, they're 15th in rush defense. Miami should have some success. 26 versus 13. I don't see Tua having. Now this number is going to be wildly off because they have so many games without Tua throwing the ball. So I mean, safely, I would put this maybe at like 20, not 26, because I can see this. I need to be able to see just how Tua's been for literally the 3 games he's played in. So 15 versus 4, that's a Miami advantage. 13 versus 16, that's a push. So we have a Buffalo advantage, we have a Miami advantage, and we have kind of a couple pushes with maybe a slight lean to Miami rushing. So other than that, it's kind of a close game. It's just Miami struggles when they go to cold weather. They just do. It just happens. Now, what's the temperature in Buffalo tomorrow? Hey Siri, what's the temperature in Buffalo, New York tomorrow?
The high tomorrow in Buffalo, New York will be 57 degrees Fahrenheit.
57 degrees for the high. Okay, that's not cold. We ain't talking snow yet, so okay, that's not too bad. That is light hoodie weather in the for us here, so we're good. Let's pop over here to the actual data. So go to props. So far, we'll see what we get. Okay, so now we want Tua for sure. We want Josh Allen for sure. Because we always got to look at this. We want to look at Tua's passing. His games this year, he's only had 3. 338, the game he got knocked out against Buffalo, and then 234. So, yeah, we'll see how this works out. But he just missed his number barely here. So, I don't know if I trust it. Now, when it comes to Buffalo, Josh Allen is... Has Josh Allen thrown a pick yet? That's all I want to see. He finally threw an interception, you bitch. Oh, he's been 0 for the whole season. But here's his passing yards. If you want to take it, Miami has the 4th best pass defense. I wouldn't touch it. But his rushing yards, he always likes to run. That is always a thing for him. So, but the last 3 games has not been. Interesting. All right, so Josh Allen's off the table 100%. Tua, if Buffalo goes ahead, Tua should throw more, but 243, we'll leave it up there. It's better than nothing. So, rushing, let's look at the rushing yards. James Cook, 68 against Miami, 16th ranked rush defense. A-Chain or Mostert against Buffalo, 15th ranked. Those are both average rush defenses. They're both average running games. I don't like any of these at all. I feel better about passing and running. So I can see game script of Buffalo getting up and then Miami trying to catch up by passing. Buffalo runs maybe some because they're up. I guess we could look at Cook. I won't look at Miami running backs this time. I'm just not feeling these. Yeah, he ran for 111, but he had 3 games of 30. You can't trust that. Get out of here. Can't do it. Let's move on to receivers. What do we got? Teak, 76.5. I can see Teak and I can see Waddle being big in plays. Let's pull them open. I know Tyreek has 72 last game. Yeah. And then other games, it's like he didn't exist. But how many targets did he get? He had 9 targets. Okay, cool. What did Waddle do? Waddle. Jeez. I mean, come on. How do you not throw it to your 2 best receivers the whole time? Are you that bad of a quarterback? You're still in the NFL, though? I don't get it because you still had targets. I'm like, oh, they were just not good targets? I don't know. I mean, let's go to, jeez. Touchdowns for James Cook is 80%. I mean, yeah, maybe. Defense? Defense. It's Taron Johnson tackles assists. I feel better about that. His tackles or Rasul Douglas tackles. That's an option too. Let's look at both of these. I feel better about defense and offense.
looks good. Looks real good. Let's see. Over 3.5. That's he's pushing. Yeah, I do like a tackle assist. That looks good. That's NBA. What are we doing? I'm going to take Taron Johnson tackle assist. That does look good to me. I like the way that looks. Other than that, I mean, if I take, I'm not going to take either receiver. I'm going to take Tua. I'm going to roll the dice on Tua a little bit. I don't feel great about it. I think Buffalo takes care of this easily. I think Miami still struggles. So give me Buffalo minus 6.5, minus 6.5. It's in Buffalo. Give me, but I still think Tua gets over 243. 243.5 because I think he's going to stay in the pocket more. And you know, he doesn't run much. And when he did, he slid that one time and the whole stadium erupted because he actually slid. Yeah, okay. So Tua over 243 pass yards, obviously. And then we're going to take this Taron Johnson. So it's going to be T. Johnson. I don't know whose other Johnsons, just in case. Over 5.5 tack plus assist. Black 8T. Yeah, so we'll take those three things and move on to the next game. All right, moving on to a wonderful game of New Orleans and Carolina. Ooh, what a matchup. You see all this red? It's disgusting. I'm going to tell you, this ain't going to be a long part over here. Where are they at? There they are. New Orleans minus 7, 43.5. This is just trash. Let me tell you, this is a trash matchup. But I'll show you it because I want to make sure you see it. Carolina, they lost to Denver by that. They lost to Washington by that. You see their losses. Who cares about their injuries, really? But you can see everything. Thielen's on IR, downgraded out. Fuller's IR, still nothing really. I mean, everyone's hurt. It's just, I mean, come on, it's just not good. Saints lost, I mean, the Saints have lost 6 in a row now. Like, what? You lost to Denver, Tampa, the Chargers. They're getting your ass whooped too. You're basically the same level as Carolina. Even though you beat Carolina, you beat them by 37 the first time. So, let's see what happens. Injuries. Jamal Williams is out. Bub Means is out. Kool-Aid's out. Lattimore's out. Do you have anyone playing defense? That's a good question. So, all right, to the numbers. They're the numbers. They're disgusting. Carolina's actually a little bit better in pass defense, and they're the bottom 2 teams in yards per game. So, I mean, over seems like the play because the defenses are that bad that the offenses are somewhat decent to where if Bryce Young has any success, we might be able to get something done. And I mean, New Orleans is still scoring points. I mean, look at this. This is just trash. This is so bad. 43.5 the total. I can't take New Orleans minus 7. I just can't. Mariners props. I'm going to start with defense. Nothing there. Okay, back to quarterbacks. Derek Carr and Bryce Young. 40%, 20%, 181, 280. No, I can't. I just can't. There's nothing there. Kamara can only do so much. I mean, I'll show you these. I'm not clicking into any of these because I'm passing completely on this, but I want you to see everything. There's nothing that's happened good recently. They have amazing matches with each other, but there's no good. They haven't done anything. And look at receivers. No one's done anything in the receivers. Last 5. Let's sort it out. Boom. Oh, we got Miles Sanders to get 8 receiving yards. If you really want to put your hard-earned coin on that, by all means, have fun. I am not. Hell no. They got great matchups. They ain't doing a damn thing with them. So, yeah. And then we got 80-time touchdowns. Well, you had to have some offense to get touchdowns. If you Legette's got a touchdown in 3 out of 5 games. Chuba's got 1 in 3 out of 5. Kamara's got 1 in 2 out of 5. Miserable matchup. This is a pass on all around, all sides. I don't know. Sad. The worst thing is people are going to have to determine to watch this game. I feel bad for them. It's just what it is. This is a double pass. We move on. All right, next up we got Chargers in Cleveland. Another fun one. So let's pop over to the numbers. We can see we have LA as 1.5 point favorites. 42.5 is your total. Looking over here at the numbers, the stats. I mean, Cleveland won the game 29-24 thanks to famous Jameis Winston with 334. Beautiful game. Let's look at the injuries. See what we got. You are IR. Other than that was today. And then we got questionable, out, IR. Okay, cool. Look at the Chargers. What do they got? Look at their schedule. We can see that they lost to Arizona, beat New Orleans. Cool. What's your injuries looking like? That's what we care about around here. Rice is IR. Let's see. Chark is questionable. Okay. Bosa's questionable yesterday.
Other than that, nothing new for us. Okay, great. Looking at the stats, we can see both offenses are pretty bad, but I mean, it's Jameis, baby. We're having fun with it now. He's going to toss that tater. So, but he's passing against the number 9 pass defense, the number 1 points defense, and it's just not going to be a good day for him, I'm assuming. But hey, you got it done against Baltimore, and that's all you got to do. But you are at home, too, so ooh, let's see what happens. 24th versus 12, that's Cleveland. 20 versus 17, that's slightly Cleveland, but a push. 29 versus 9, that's Chargers. But it just does, just like Tua's situation, it factors in Watson most of the year, so I expect this number to go up exponentially. Not exponentially, maybe like 250-ish, maybe. 27 versus 11, and that's Chargers. So if anything, 42.5, the under feels like the play here. So we're going to go ahead and lock the under of 42.5 in. That feels good. The defense is pretty good for both teams. Offenses are not. Pretty simple stuff. Simple equation, if you will. Now, let's pop over here. We'll start with the defense. We're already on it. So, we have any good defensive? Oh, sort by this. Couple great sacks for Khalil Mack to get a sack. I mean, it's not the best numbers. Yeah, 60 is the highest we can get, so no defensive props. Let's go to QBs. Herbert and Winston. Do I take Winston again? I mean, that was fun. That was so fun. But remember, Baltimore has the literal worst pass defense in the league. That's why I took Winston. That was the only reason. Now they're going up against 9th best. I don't think the match is going to be there this time. So Cleveland has the 12th best pass defense. I don't like either of these. I don't like that. Jameis, 247. No, he's the better matchup. These matchups are not good. Defense is going to rule today in this game, so I don't think I might not even have any props. J.K. Dobbins, Harbaugh doesn't know how to use J.K. Apparently, he just doesn't want to run with him that much. It's just annoying. Look at these numbers. He had beautiful matchups too. He just never used them right. So no J.K. None of these are good. We got Ford, but he has a terrible matchup. Let's go to receivers. Let me show them off real quick. Last 5 are sorted by Palmer, 29.5. There's no great matchup for receivers. We can't take those. Touchdowns, are you touchdowns? 2 out of 5 games for all of these right here, and we are lead defense. So the only thing I like in this one is going to be the under 42.5. That's it. I don't like any props in this one. Now you're going to ask, why don't you like take the under in props? You know what? I hear you for once. I hear you. Let's do that. Let's do that then. Let me show you what I would do if I took the under. Let's go back to QB. And all right, so Jameis 247.5. Okay. Chargers have an amazing pass defense. If I take the under, which means I'll just have to swap this to an under, then all of a sudden, now we have a beautiful matchup here. 80% under Winston. I mean, I hate fading it, but I mean, that seems to be the way to go. Now, if we want to go wide receivers, we can do the same thing. We can do this all the way down the board. I don't personally like taking under props, but I'll do one prop. I'll do one, and I'm going to do Jameis. I think Jameis is not going to have that well of a day today. He had a great day against Baltimore. I think the magic wears off already. I hate to do it, but I'm going to do it. This is why I like passing 6. I like excitement. So, but Winston under 247.5 passing yards. Yeah, you see the matchup. It's great. He stays under pretty good. So you can do the same thing for receivers and running backs as well, but I'll just do it with him. Everything else we'll just leave alone. How about that? Pass. Next. All right, moving on. Vegas and Cincinnati. So we can see the numbers. So let's pop over to the odds. Bengals are -7 with a 45.5 total. Let's pop over here. We see that they lost to Philly last time out by 20. They beat Cleveland. They beat New York Giants. Okay, cool, whatever. Injuries. What we got? Anything new? Yesterday we got doubtful, questionable, doubtful for Moss. T. Higgins is doubtful now. Not looking good for them. Vegas, let's look at you. Loss. There's your losses. Injuries, what we got? Questionable, your center out. That's a big deal. Questionable for White. Michael Mayer, he's out. Probably had to work on Halloween. All right, I'm done. That's a terrible joke. Moving on. Stats. Let's see. Bengals are up to 7th in passing. They're 7th in pass defense. That cancels out. 18 versus 21. That kind of cancels out. 31 versus 24. Good luck. 28 versus 18. I just ain't seen it. I don't see. Okay, props are not going to do well, or they're going to struggle. There's no clear offensive advantage. Hell, there's not even a clear defensive advantage in this one. There's a lot of just pushing on it. So, but we'll take a look. We'll see what we can find. Let's start with the QBs. Now, I'm still on the under. Let me go back to the over. So, oh, no. I said go over. There we go. Over Gardner Minshew, baby. He has not hit this in 5. He's 0 for 5. So if you want to take it, he's got a good matchup for it. But if you want to take it, by all means, even the under be a bad matchup. Joe Burrow 260 has not done well either, but I don't want to take the under with him. We pop over here to the running backs. Some good matchups, but not good in the last 5. There's no great here. I'd have to have double red for it to be an under. It looks like. I guess we can start doing unders if it's just that bad, because something like Jermaine Burton under receiving yards of 21.5 might be a play, but I mean, 1 catch and he's got that probably. So who knows? Who the hell knows? Especially with Higgins being doubtful, not the best. So touchdowns. See, now we got some stuff. Chase Brown's had a touchdown in 4 out of 5 games. Jamar Chase has had a touchdown in 4 out of 5 games. So there's your 2 plays if you want touchdowns. Just go with them. Defense, anything we got? Yep, we got 1. Cam Taylor Britt tackles. His tackles assist isn't a good matchup, but we'll look at that. We got to pull it up. Let's look at it. I love me some defensive props. There's just straight tackles, but you go tackles assists. Yeah, the number goes up a lot. He's just better off with just tackles, it looks like. Yeah, his assists are only 2, 3, 1. He's better by himself, so I'll take his tackles for sure. Let's do that. For the sides or the total, I don't like either. I don't like any of the props. We're just gonna take Taylor Britt. BRITT over, what is this? 3.5 attack plus assist. We'll do that. Just 1 prop. That's fine. 1 game we have 4 props. 1 we double passed on. We got 3 and some other ones. It's okay. We're all over the place today. So this 1 prop, nothing else. Next. All right, moving on. Washington and the Giants. I mean, just right here looks like a mismatch. But hey, we'll look at this over here. We gotta go up for this one. It is Washington 3.5 on the road. 44.5 is your total. Popping over here, their schedule, they've lost 3 in a row now. Injuries, who is out? Kicker is on IR now. Punter is been ruled out. They have no kickers and punters. They go, okay. Wide receiver, and then we're going back earlier, so nothing new. Washington, you have, look at the Washington 6-2. How crazy is that? You lost to Baltimore by 7 and Tampa by 17. Crazy. Injuries, who's out? Ryan Robinson's questionable. That's something new. Couple, then James, that's older. That's way older. Okay, cool. Moving up to stats. We already looked at this. We see Washington's offense is amazing. Both teams' pass defense is amazing, but both teams' rush defense is terrible. Well, they're good at running. They're not. So, makes you wonder, huh? Just this alone makes me want to take Washington. I don't see how New York keeps it close. Like, what? I do want to see one thing. Let's go back to the Giants. I heard something. I want to make sure it is what I heard. Depth chart. I believe I want to see it. I believe it when I see it. Okay. You know what I was looking at. You already know. All right, let's pop over to props, because so far I'm leaning Washington. I'm on defense, and look at all these beautiful hundreds and greens galore. Love that. Dexter Lawrence get tackles, or there's Tyler Newman again, 80%. Tyler Newman kind of screwed us last week. Hey, he's not perfect. It's okay. It's okay. He only had 4. What can you do? So now you're banned. Sorry. Bye. You're banned. You can't do it. Dexter Lawrence tackles 1.5. You've had at least 2 tackles every single game this year, and you have 5 one game. I mean, I guess we have to take you. Okay. Welcome to the team. All right. We're not going to take passing, because 6 and 8 for Washington and New York on pass defense. You can see right here, 6 and 8, same as my sheet, just did a little different. Matchups there, 80%, pretty decent. Let's go rushing. Rushing's where you want to go here. This is going to be the way to go. See, great matchups, but not much production from these. Tracy is already banged up, we know. Brian Robinson is, he's already been, downgraded to... he's listed as questionable, but I'm not taking somebody questionable. I just can't do it. Jaden Daniels, 49.5. Dude's questionable too. He's got beat up ribs, so we're not taking rushing in the end of these. We just can't. We just can't do it. Receiving. What do we got in receiving? We got 380%, and it's going to be Malik receiving yards. Even though it's a terrible matchup, he might have a good game script. They might have to throw it to him, because who else? What are they going to do? Let's look at the 71 barely, and he had a 41. Yeah, Washington has a great pass defense. They're going to hone in on him. I can't do it. So it's just not good enough. Brought Robinson touchdowns. Has Trustin Robinson, Terry McLaurin, maybe. I got to go defense. I got to go. We're going to go Washington minus 3.5, but we're going to buy the half. If anyone says, oh, you shouldn't buy the half, Get your money, do what you want with it. I'm buying a half for the push possibility. If I didn't take a push in the Army game today, I wouldn't hit a plus 16,000 parlay. So yeah, sometimes buying the half's pretty good. So I will spend 10 cents if I have to. It's okay, especially to get to the good side of a key number. I love that. So we'll do that. Washington -3 all day. And then we're going to take Lawrence. Lawrence over, was that 3.5? No, 1.5 tackles. 1.5 tackles. Simple, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Next. All right, moving on to another garbage game, New England and Tennessee. I mean, look at this. Do you see this garbage? I mean, Tennessee's defense is actually kind of decent. I don't know how they're getting up 28 points, but hey, the rest is okay. But this is just as trash. So let me show you the odds on this trash right here. Let's see. We want New England, Tennessee. It is 2.5. I mean, it makes sense. This is basically a pick'em. If it was a neutral site, it probably would be a pick'em, as it should be, because this is ugly. Okay, let's look at the schedules and everything. You see, they've lost every game, but they beat the Jets. Hey, they beat the Jets. Good job. Injuries. Questionable, and then a whole bunch of more questionables with no updates. Good to know. And then we pop over to Tennessee. We see that their only win is against Miami without Tua. Makes sense. Injuries. Yeah, are the Tennessee's worse than is Tennessee worse than Carolina? They're the same record. I mean, I'm starting to wonder. Mr. Mayo Man's not the answer at quarterback. He's just not. I mean, you see, ooh, that's a lot of injuries too. Oh, and he is listed questionable. So fun. All right, to the numbers we go. There's the numbers. They are absolute garbage, as you see. Last versus first. I don't think New England. I don't think Drake May is going to do good throwing the ball. Just don't think so. Second to worst versus 23rd. Mayo Man might be all right. 18 versus 22 is a push. 23 versus 12, that's defense. So, all right, so props. I'm going straight to defense first. I'm on, that's NBA. Why am I on NBA? Defense, there we go. All right. Christian Gonzalez tackles and assists, 80%. Kenneth Murray tackles and assists. Different teams too. Oh, I love that. And Diggs tackles, 100%. Not a good matchup though, but hey, whatever. We might just have, because there's not going to be any props we like. Let's be honest, there's just not. The defense is bad, the offense is bad, the teams are bad. Just what they are. Tackles, assists. Damn, sometimes you won't even get assists. That's crazy. What else we got? Murray, one. I don't like that. What's up with that? Diggs tackles. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go Diggs tackles. Diggs tackles. Well, over what it is. Over what, 3.5? Over 3.5 tackles. I'll take that one for sure. Diggs is the only one's 100%. The other two are 80, and they just maybe Murray. I guess we could take Murray. Maybe that was a one-off game. We'll take Murray tackles and assists too. I'm not taking players offense. I just can't do it. Not with this garbage. Murray over 6.5 tack plus assists. We'll do that. We'll take those two defensive props because this game's trash. One last look. Garbage. Next. All right, moving on to the afternoon window. We got Chicago and Arizona. A little bit better matchup than some of the garbage we had in the early slate. So this is just, they put all the garbage teams together. Weird. This is at least better. So let's look at the odds. Oh, we'll see. Scroll down. There they are. It is a 1-point spread for Arizona with a 44.5 total. Cool. Look at the info. Arizona won the last two against LA and Miami. Let's look at injuries. Anything noteworthy? Tackles out, or IR, DE, questionable. Okay, nothing new. Let's see. Bears schedule. They lost to Washington in the fun game. They won the last three before that, but it was the Rams, Carolina, and Jacksonville. Not exactly the hardest schedule. So injuries. Questionable for tackle. Jesus. Who's playing tackle? DN safety. Wow, that's a lot. Center. Guard. Damn. All right. All right. Well, Caleb's got to run for his life apparently because he ain't got nobody to block for him. Damn. All right. The Bears defense is good. We know that they're good. Passing and rushing and total, they're above average. But their points and third down is pretty damn good. Arizona's defense is trash. Let's just call it what it is. You're in the bottom 6 of these two categories. If you're red, you're not good. 28 versus 26, the push. 22 versus 11, that's Chicago advantage on defense. 19 versus 26, that's I mean, Chicago might have some success running the ball against Arizona, but not much, I don't think. 7 versus 14, same story, some success, but not much. I see this being a lower scoring game. What's the total? 44.5? Yep, on it, taking it. But we're gonna, you know, what we're gonna do. We're gonna buy at 45 though. We're gonna take 45 because we want a key number. We want that key number. That's all we want. So, because we're going under, we want to make sure we have a push potential. So we have those. Let's pop to the props and see what we got. I am already on defense like always, and there's nothing higher than this. Hell, there's only 160%. There's nothing higher than 40. We have some good matchups, but there's just nothing there for defense. So not the best for an under either. Let's go to QBs. Both teams are not that good at passing. Williams pass. There's Kyler Murray. What the hell is this? I see his chin too. Weird. What are you doing, outlier? You breaking? Like, come on. Maybe Caleb Williams passing because Arizona's pass defense is so bad. He might be able to hit like a 230. It's 223. Okay. But you don't have O-line. So you're going to be running for your life, which means, hear me out now. Let's think about this. If you have no O-line, you're going to have to hike it. You're going to roll out left or right, probably right, which means if you roll out, you're going to take off occasionally. Rushing yards, 23.5. And look what he's been doing. You can't see it. There he is. Look what he's been doing. He has to run for his life. And that's the play we're taking right there. Caleb Williams to run for his damn life, because otherwise he's going to die. And we can't have that. We need him to be upright. So we're going, over, what is this, 23 now? Yeah, 23.5 rushing yards. And this, I'm telling you, could ladder this bad boy almost. It's such a good idea because he has no O-line. We just saw the IR. We saw the injury report. Because hell, it's even telling you, Larry Boom, this guy's out. This is going to affect it. So 23.5. He's done it 3 games in a row. I love it. We're going to take that. We're also going to take the under 45 because if you're running the clock runs, hey, good stuff. Anything else we like? Swift rushing actually has a decent matchup here. Oh, okay. We can look at Swift too. I'm down for that. Damn, Swift. Swift has literally just, okay. Are you catching too, or are you just running your ass up? You're doing both, but the last game you just ran, and you got a great matchup to run for. So we're gonna take Swift as well. Swift over 67.5 rush yards. All right, that's good. I like that. I don't think we got any receiver props. Well, maybe. Maybe. I'm not going to take it because Williams is going to be rolling out a lot and running. Now, will he roll out and throw it? Of course, he's going to, a good bit probably. But who is he going to throw it to? Is he going to throw it to Swift, Odunze, or Komet? I mean, you have 3 options here. They have great matchups, 84 out of 5 for all of these for these numbers. They're not high numbers either. So, but I'm going to pass. You can have them if you want. I'm going to leave them alone. Touchdowns, Swift, 4 out of 5. Great matchup. There you go. So, and we already looked at defenses in there. So we got 2 props and we got the under. Let's move on to the next game. All right, let's move on. We got Philadelphia and Jacksonville. You can see that information. Let's look at the odds. Let's see. I just passed it, didn't I? Yep. We got Philadelphia 7.5. 46.5 is your total. Let's look at the info. Philly, you won the last 3 games. Let's look at your injuries. Anybody hurt that we need to know about? You on our Slay is out. Goddard's out. Oh, okay. That's actually big news. Okay, cool. Let's look at Jacksonville. Anything we need? Let's see. You lost to Green Bay. You beat New England. You lost. You won. Okay, cool. Let's look at your injuries. IR. Kirk's on IR, huh? Okay. Gibson's out. Just finish. Okay, that's cool. And then a bunch of these. Tank Bigsby's questionable. Gabe Davis questionable. Etienne's questionable. Is everyone questionable? Damn. Might as well be. Jeez, that's a lot. All right. Numbers. Let's look at them. 16 versus 10. Eagles' pass defense has been pretty damn good this year. Their whole defense has been pretty damn good. Offensively, they're not bad. They're 5-2. So passing is not the best, but they're going with Jacksonville. So it hurts my have himself a day. Saquon rushing versus number 9 is not going to be the number today. Sad, I know. We love taking Saquon rushing. It might still hit. He might be immune to whoever they're facing, but and I see Philly being up easy. So I think Philly by 7 is going to be the play for sure because Jacksonville there's not it. So give me Philly. I'll buy the half. I don't care. We do that this is why we do it. I literally hit an 8-leg parlay today solely because I took a half point in the Army minus 17.5. If I didn't take it, I'd have lost. So that's all the justification I ever need for anybody saying don't buy the half. That's why we do it. So, um, it's on Twitter. If you want to see it, by the way, I posted it today. So, let's see anything else. 17 versus 8. That is Philly, and then yeah. So let's go to props. I like Philly by 7. We're on defense, aren't we? Nothing on defense is good. We got some matchups, but not enough good numbers recently, so we pass on those. T-Law has to have a good matchup, but Hurts. Ooh, let's look at Hurts passing. Now Hurts ran his ass off last week. He had 3 rushing touchdowns. Like what? Like, yeah, you were damn. you were up down, up down. Well, according to this chart, you should be down. You should be under 100 yards according to this chart. But I mean, we'll look at receivers though. How many rushing yards you have last week though? Not many, but you damn had 3 touchdowns. I know you did, because we all seen to touchdowns. Yeah, 3, 2 before that. Damn, taking the touchdowns from Saquon. I swear. All right, go away. No quarterbacks in this one. Saquon, if you want to take him, by all means, hey, it's 89.5 for some good numbers. It's not the best matchup, but game script could be great for him because 108, 176. Yeah, but you see what he's done before that. But in the receiving yards, Jacksonville's terrible in receiving. He's been a while since he's done much, but he might get a catch or two. It's only 12.5. So I'm not touching Saquon though. Rushing, I'm not touching. We don't have anyone on Jacksonville except Trevor Lawrence because everyone's questionable. All right, to the receiving yards. Here we go. Now we got a little bit of something. We got Devontae and we got AJ. So we're going to look at these two for sure. Thomas doesn't have the best matchup, but let's look at one of the Philly guys. Just this year, AJ, boom, 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 boom. Now he's trending down though, but he's still getting his number every time. And then Devontae beasted last time, yeah. So I mean, you could literally, I mean, look at it. This is what they do together. I mean, you could just take either one of them. So we'll leave both these up. We'll come back, see if anything else looks good. This is touchdown scores. Like I said, Brian Thomas, there's you, and then you have some more. We are looking at defense, didn't like any of those. So what do I have? I have Philly -7. Do I dare take both receivers? That would be kind of crazy, right? But then that game script said, I'm going to take, I want to take them both. You know what? What the hell? Let's have fun. Let's do it. Let's take both receivers. That's crazy. I know. You probably shouldn't do that. But guess what? I'm going to do what I want because, damn it, I'm going to look at receiving yards. If you don't like it, you don't play it. You play what you want. So I want to play both of them because I think they're going to have a nice day. I think Saquon's going to have a chill day because Jacksonville's defense ain't going to do much. Let's see. Smith over 55.5 receive yards. All right, cool. I'm taking both receivers over their prop, and I'm going to take Philly, but I'm not taking Jalen. Interesting, I know. So we'll take Philly 7, those two next. All right, game of the week. I said what I said. Look at these numbers. It's game of the week. We have Detroit and Green Bay. Let's look at the odds. Is Detroit 2.5 on the road, the 47.5 total. Let's look at the schedules and all that fun stuff. Schedule for Detroit. They have won 5 in a row now, including, you see who they beat. Injuries, anything of note. You're out. Oops, don't go into it. I'm too clicky. Out. Okay, older. Okay. Green Bay schedule, so we can see who you done, who you played, what you did. You won 4 in a row now. Jacksonville, Houston, Arizona. Not the hardest schedule, but you won them. Not depth chart. Injuries, I mean. Love is questionable. Expected to start. Good to know. All right. Questionable. Out. Doubtful. Questionable. Okay. Makes me want to lean a Detroit. We see the numbers. Detroit's pass defense is atrocious. So if Jordan Love's playing and he's good, he should shred this bad boy, but they're not the best either. So I think Goff should have a little bit of success. Running wise, they're going to, all these numbers are going to cancel each other out. It's just mainly the pass defense here. That's all we have. So looking at, let's go to props. We can speed this bad boy up a little bit. Defensively, Kirby Joseph has had a pick in 4 out of 5 games. I mean, if you really want to take something, Brian Branch has had 4.5 tackles in 4 out of 5 games. Really? Kirby Joseph plus 584 an underdog, which means it's probably out there. Yeah. I mean, that's just a fun one. He's hit this barely. That's not good enough for me. That's too close. That's way too close. I can't take that. But if you want a fun one, yeah, let's take, yeah, he's had a pick kind of like him. do a parlay of him and Xavier McKinney. Just put them two together and let's 2-leg interception parlay. That would be hilarious. Someone's going to do it. I might just do it myself because look, there he is right there. He's done it in 3 out of 5. So 347, 548, you add them together. Brian Branch to get one. That's 3 out of 6. See, there's options on defense. But we're looking at QBs here. We're going for Goff and Love. We're going to look at receivers. I don't know if we're not going to look at running backs because they're just not, You've fallen off a little bit, but you faced Houston and Jacksonville. Jacksonville defense, you did that. You are questionable too, so we'll take you off. If anything, we're leaning heavy Detroit this one. We're leaning Goff to do work, even though somehow this happened. I mean, they had like 1,000 points and he only had 85 yards. I think he bounces back. Green Bay's pass defense isn't the best, so I gotta take Detroit -3. 2.5. I'm cool with that. We'll take Detroit. We'll take Goff 260. Do I want Goff or do I want a receiver? Let's look at receivers real quick. Oh, that's Jacobs receiving. That's Kraft. We don't have any Detroit players any close to this. They all got great matchups though, so maybe rushing Gibbs. Maybe Gibbs receiving. Let's open it up and look at Gibbs a little closer. 2024. Yeah, his rushing's been great, but Green Bay got 10th ranked rush defense. Let's see, receiving yards. What are you up to? I think he gets some receiving yards this one. Like he mostly does good, and then he had a couple of nothing. So it sounds weird, but I think this is the one I want to go with. Like Goff, yeah, but I want to take Gibbs over 19.5. Just something makes me want to take this. Receiving yards, not rushing, just receiving. So we'll take that. Like I said, I don't like anything rushing. Touchdowns. I'm on raw to get a touchdown. It's 5 for 5. I mean, there you go. Gibbs, Kraft, Montgomery, you have options here. So I'm going to leave those off. So all I have so far is Gibbs to get the receiving yards and Detroit's -2.5. I kind of like the over too, to be honest. I like Detroit. I'm going to take the over. We're going to rock it out. We're going to go over 47.5 as well because these defenses are not as good as they look on the paper, which they're not. Even Green Bay should be able to get some points, but I don't know how much. I just don't want to take Jordan Love as a prop because he's questionable, so we don't know how hurt he actually is. I know he's expected to start, but yeah, no, I don't want to get burned by that because, he plays 2 snaps and hobbles off because he's not 100%. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to take Detroit 2.5, the over 47.5. Yes. And then Gibbs, 19.5 receiving yards. Fun one. That's it. Next. All right, next up, Rams in Seattle. We see that. Let's pop over here to the numbers. The Rams are 1.5 on the road. Favorites. 47.5 is the total. Let's look at the info. Seattle lost their last game to Buffalo, beat Atlanta. Cool. Injuries. What do we have? That's a lot of updates yesterday. Let's see. Young's IR. Lucas out. Jones questionable. Noah Fant out. DK Metcalf out. Wow. Okay, cool. Rams, what do you got? You won your last 2 against Vegas and Minnesota somehow. Injuries, let's see what you got. Puka he's expected to be available. How? What? What? Okay, whatever. I don't believe it, but okay, sure. I mean, yeah. All right. I'm not taking your prop, but hey, you're available, sure. Cool. Numbers. Seattle, number 1 in passing. That number has dropped recently. It was higher. So number 1 versus 16, 12 versus 13. So this is advantage Seattle. This is a push. This is 26 versus 29. That's a push. 29 versus 23. That's a push. So literally, it's just Seattle's offensive passing. Geno is the way to go this one. Geno's going to toss that tater for us. We know he is. Prop it up. Geno, 249. It's not the best matchup, but we know he's number 1 versus 16. He will toss it, so let's open him up. He didn't do it last week, I don't think, did he? He didn't toss that much. Yeah, he's been a little lackluster the past couple of weeks, but now he has a better matchup. He didn't have the best matchup against these 2 teams. So, yeah, I like Geno to hit 250 on the dot. Yeah, cool with me. So, now, do they win? I have no damn clue. So, Geno over 249.5 is what I like here. I don't like a total. I'm just not feeling the total or the side. I don't know who's going to win, but I think Geno can throw for 250. So we'll go with that. Help if I donate what it is. It's his pass yards. That would help. Yeah. So you know what it is when you see it. Okay. Next. Let's take that off. And let's see. I'm not taking Stafford against. That's a push. Anything else? Let's look. Anything good? You can take Geno to run the ball a little bit. That might be something. I'm not going to do that. Hell no. Great. What they've done recently, not the best matchups. Not bad matchups. So maybe Kenneth Walker could get some rushing yards. I mean, receiving yards. Yeah, no, not really feeling any of those. Anytime touchdowns. I mean, Kyron Williams. You just make an anytime touchdown parlay with Derrick Henry, Kyron Williams, whoever it was from the last game. Hell, there's like 3 or 4. You can make an anytime touchdown parlay. You're probably going to hit. So I might do that tomorrow. So you can see Brian Kyron likes to get his touchdowns in 235. Damn. So, and defense, I have a couple 80s, but not the best matchups. But we'll look because matchups don't really matter that much for defense. Not really. So not as much, really, I would say. You've gone downhill. These are tackles that says you're barely hitting it, pass. And you barely hitting it too. That's a pass. All right, so only thing I'm going to take in this is just Geno to get 250. That's all I'm taking. I don't like anything else. Let's go on to the Sunday night game. All right, Sunday night football time. Colts and Joe Flacco against Minnesota. Let's look over at the odds with Joe Flacco in tow. Yeah, it's Minnesota 5.5. If it was Anthony Richardson, it'd probably be 14. To be honest, but I'm tired, coach. Let me out. Crazy how that happens. Anywho, let's look. Minnesota, they've lost their last 2. Detroit and the Rams. They were 5-0. They hit a bye, and I don't know what happened on the bye, but ooh, yeah. So injuries. What we got? IR out. No, don't stop it. Go back. Okay. Questionable IR. Okay. Nothing new. Colts, there is your schedule. You lost to Houston, but you beat Miami and Tennessee. Not the hardest schedule. Injuries. Yeah, you see all those. Nothing really crazy. Okay, cool. Good to know. This number's going to go up. I can tell you that much. I know it's going to go up some because Joe Flacco's better than Anthony Richardson's. Not a good. He has a nice deep ball. It's not that all about accuracy, but his middle game is terrible. So it's just he was terrible at Florida. The experiment's over. Fourth overall pick was a waste. I mean, come on. So this will go up, but you're going against this. Joe Flacco's going to have a damn field day passing against Minnesota. Minnesota's going to have a field day passing against Indianapolis. So what's the total? 46.5. Well, guess what we're about to do? We're about to go over. Taking that for a show. Let's have got rushing versus 3. Nope. 22 versus 30. Maybe. So Minnesota rushing, both teams passing. That's over all day. Let's go to props. Let's start with defense. Oh, damn, it's a lot of Jalen Jones. Jalen Jones again. There's that man. There's that bad man right there. Yup, Jalen Jones tackle assist. Get in my slip again. Jay Jones over 5.5. Tack plus. Hey, you did it for me once. You can do it for me again. 5 tackles, 1 assist. Good job, friend. Anybody else want to play? I mean, they say it's the worst matchup. I don't believe you. I don't believe it. Forrest Buckner gets half a sack. It's plus 118. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, boss. So let's go to QBs. We got passing 30th, 24th. Flacco 241. What did Flacco do in his other outings he's actually done with Indianapolis? What? What? Yeah. Did you not throw the ball after he came out? Okay, whatever. Anywho, he did that against Jacksonville. Jacksonville's defense is terrible. We know Tennessee's is not bad, not great. Pitts is awesome. We know that much. So maybe don't take Jack Flacco. We'll see. Do I want to take Darnold? No. Let's look at running. What can we do? Great matchup, not the best. Great, what you done? Not the best. It is not lining up. Okay, here we go. Now we got some perfects. We got some nice things to look at. Okay, Hawkinson has a great matchup, 100%. I would obviously take 37 over 39 any day. Aaron Jones receiving yards. Is Aaron Jones catching that much out of the backfield? Is he? Well, shit, I guess he is. All right. I guess we'll do that. And so is Hawkinson. I guess we'll do that too. Am I taking Minnesota? I might be. Hell, I'm taking the over, though. I'm taking the over. Anything else we want to take in here? There's your touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, 4 out of 5. But I don't know how it's going to work against Minnesota or third-rate rush defense. I'm going to take Aaron Jones. So this is going to be a fourth player, which is fine because it is Sunday Night Football. Over 21.5 receiving yards. And then we're also taking Hawkinson. We're going to take him too. Over 37.5 receiving yards. Yep, we did them all. That is 4 plays. Yep, we did that. So, okay, I think that's enough. I think we covered everything we need to cover. Show you the schedule. That's all of Sunday. I covered every game. We do have Tampa and KC, amazing game for a Monday Night Football game. I will be back Monday to cover this game. But other than that, I appreciate you watching. Drop a like and subscribe. I know this is a long ass video. If you want to become a member, go to my website. You've seen up there a bunch. Become a member, and you get everything sent to you. Other than that, we'll see you Monday. Peace.